Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. The AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago, Jason Myers, will get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Mike. Yeah, let's go sandwich.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. The Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On first down, they run with Howard. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That second down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. They'll toss it to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10.
47.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Dancing to his left. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
26. 26.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Evans has it left side. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL, and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's our time.
Here we go, 47.
Like 22, he's coming. Not small.
26.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
He's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Silver. Mike 22. Mike 22.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Max 22, Max 22. Too little, got cut.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
Here we go, 47.
Give me that ball, defense.
Here we go, kill.
He's checking. Crack. Hayward. Max 22, Max 22. Ready?
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Set. Where are they, team?
55, Mike. Drop deep.
Mariota on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Slam. No. Greystone trap. Seam 6.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Check 15.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go. 26.
Here's Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Wide eight.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide eight.
Like 22, he's coming.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide eight. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Crowder now to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 59 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Mariota to sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marcus Mariota taking it in. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Geis for the carry on 2nd down. He's got a 1st down past the 30. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 75 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Kill.
22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. In your face.
26.
Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Here we go. Line 8. Here we go. Going to 54. Line 8. Here we go. 47.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Line 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 22. Mike 22.
47.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Here we go. 46. 46.
6.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch it. Stop here, D. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Mariota. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Callaway taking it in left side. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Push him back. Push him back.
Check 4, check 4.
Back, back, back.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
22, Mike 22. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Check 3, check 3. One switch, one switch, one switch.
Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run for it. Geis. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
In your face.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard, and they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running with Howard. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On play action, Prescott. Airing this one out for Evans. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And that's not the first time we have seen that in this game from Joe Hayden. He's been solid.
He gets around the ball, and he knows how to make a play on the football without causing himself any problems in terms of pass interference and things of that nature. This guy is smart, intelligent, and has excellent hands.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Tight dog. One. Kill. Turn up. Kill 66.
Again, it's Howard. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Falcons. Jordan Howard. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Then we're going to 53.
You can't block me.
Now Prescott. Strong grabs it over the middle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Now Prescott on fourth down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Howard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 13. Check 13.
They go with Howard again. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 37. Check 37.
61.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. Oh, what a juke into space. And it's out. Smith lost it. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Mike 22, he's coming.
Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball?
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Under.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Mike 22, he's coming. 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
27.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Lining.
Shoot. Check 99. Check 99. Joker.
Gun.
Begin.
26.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brandon Carr. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Switch.
Where are they, team?
Jam.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
55. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Switch.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Check. 55. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone's
From the gun, Mariota. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, kill.
Mike 22. Time to go, night.
Switch it, hey.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check the backer. Hey, alert 3.
Check 52, 25, check 25, check 25.
Wow, we're going to 54. Why ain't?
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. This is Geis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, let's get this. Go. 22. Got to do it.
47.
Come on, QB, come on.
Prescott off play action. He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Hey, keep it up.
Off.
go 46.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Here we go, here we go. Mike 22, he's coming, 22's coming. Mike. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our round.
Here we go, kill. 26.
To throw is Prescott. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Chris Conley there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the two-point conversion.
Out. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
26.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the two, or I should say third and goal from the two.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your lineman surge and fire out.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he stopped immediately there. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Pilot 64, weak.
3.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. With it is Brown. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the book.
Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Atlanta, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night.